Well, hello there, family. This is me, Mary C, coming to you yet again with another video. And this time around, I am protecting myself because we're going to talk about grid down. Oh, poop. What are we going to do? Well, we are going to talk about poop, pee, and puke. The three inevitable P's when the stuff hits the fan. So, take this off. You may need one of these guys when you're dealing with one of those three. So, I'm trying something new today. I am filming and I'm bending over because I've got the camera kind of low so that you can see my show and tell. But I'm filming today from my phone as opposed to how I normally do it with a tablet. So we're going to see how this works out. So anyhow, let me also say that normally you'll see me in, I'll be in regular clothes, but you've also seen me in my muumuus. And today I decided to put on something a little different. So it's the long gown, but it is called an abaya. Let me know in the comments section if you like it. And I'll tell you a little secret. I bought this a few years back and I gained a lot of weight and I could not fit it. So this has been the first time that I have been able to get back in this abaya, and it fits somewhat. But if you look at the arm, like the armpit areas, it's getting to the point where it may be a little too big. Sleeves are definitely too long for me, but I do like the bell sleeves. Anyhow, that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're going to discuss today, but I wanted to lighten the load a little bit. I wanted to make this a little fun. So I hope that this will do it for you. So let's get into it. So we're going to talk about poop, pee, and puke. What do we do when the grid goes down, lights go out, we don't have electricity? A lot of times the electricity goes out, you will lose some access to the pumps for our sewer systems. I'm going to get into it and stop with all my hand wringing or hand flashing. Believe it or not, somebody actually said that I did symbolism in one of my videos. I can't with some people. I just can't. Know this, family. You know I love you all. You know I love you all. But know this. Not everyone is going to go home with us. They're just not going to. They're hard-headed, stiff-necked, and I know I can be that way sometimes, but there are some people who you're just not going to be able to get a message in here. They know everything, and that everything that you have to say is wrong. Not everyone is going home with us, and we have to get that in our heads and in our hearts. They're not all coming with us. So we have to kind of say what we're going to say to them, let them have their say too, and leave them alone. I guess that's where you shake the dust off your feet and you keep moving. It is what it is. Anyhow, going back to, and I'm going to refer back to my notes, okay? Again, I have a show and tell all laid out for you, some of the things that we could use in the event that we have grid down or a power outage. If you have a septic tank, you're blessed because you don't need to do all of this, okay? And you probably already have some plans in place for rough times. But if you don't have a septic tank and you are on city sewer, these are some of the things that will be helpful to you in the event, which is going to be inevitable, that you have to pee, poop, and with those two going on, you might have to puke, depending on how your stomach handles all of this. So we want to, let's say the electricity just went out. We want to be careful about flushing right away. You will be able to flush right away because the pumps will still have water and stuff in them. The sewer lines, I should say, will still have water and stuff in them. But you want to be careful. So I'm going to read this to you. If your city's neighborhood does not run downhill, you could face trouble. This is something I learned. The pumps run on electricity. So if the lights, power goes out, if these pumps are run by electricity, you're not going to be able to use them for very long. So they run on electricity. If the power is out and everybody is flushing, it could cause backups and run back into your plumbing. Now see, that's where the puke and stuff comes in. If it comes back into your sink or your bathtub, or run up through your toilet setup or your tub even, puke, you don't want that. But I think that everybody will naturally think, I'll go to the bathroom and I'll still be able to use it because I've always been able to use it, and go to flush it. And if everyone in the neighborhood is doing the same thing, then you could have an issue with backup coming back into your house, and you really don't want that. So one of the things that you can do is you can shut off your main water line to the city until the water is restored. That's an option. And that is, to be better safe than sorry. Or you can have water set aside. Now, the most efficient way to flush after the power goes down would be to open the septic tank, that's not what it's called. Open the tank of your toilet to take the top off of that, and then pour in a little water, and then you can flush. Okay, and this is the most efficient way to flush it without using a whole lot of water. Okay, that's one way that you can flush the toilet if you have to flush it. The other way to do it is to, if you know that the power's going to be going out, stop up your bathtub and fill it up with water. If you have a bathtub in that bathroom, just fill it up with water, and you can use that water to flush your toilet. So at that point, what you're going to do is not put the water in the tank top. At this point, once you've done your do, get it? I told you I'm going to try to make this a little light because it's a stinky subject. Anyhow, so once you have done your do, you can take and pour water down the toilet, and it will flush it. Okay, so that's another way that you can do it. You want to, if you're going to have an indefinite outage where you're not going to be able to continuously use the toilet and flush it, because again, you don't want it to come back up. You have alternatives, and I'm going to show you some of the alternatives, and hopefully you can see this. I'll bring it up closer so that you see it. So what I have here is a portable toilet that I ordered online. And what I have done, the toilet comes with a toilet seat and these sturdy legs, and then it also has a toilet ring, okay? And you can't see the ring because I have inserted two. I inserted two bags, like the kitchen size bags in here. Now, if you wanted to, you could use some tape, and I brought tape here. Duct tape would probably be the best. Let me put this down because my tape has decided to stick to my glasses. I put my glasses on, so this would go. The safety glasses, of course, would go with my mask. And there we have it. We are ready. Oh, no, we're not ready. We have to have our gloves too. So, we're ready to deal with this crap. All right, bear with me, people. I'm really trying. Okay, so we have our gloves, we have our mask, and we have our safety gloves or glasses. I'm just kidding. These things might come in handy, so have them on, especially the gloves. Have them on hand. I'm going to put the water back. We know that we are going to need bags, and I'll talk a little bit more about the garbage bags. But where was I at? See, I got myself sidetracked. We were talking about the toilet seat. So this one I ordered on Amazon, as you can see. There's the ring, and it does come out. So what I did was I lined it and put the ring back in. Can you see that? I lined the toilet and put the ring back in. And this toilet seat, see if you can see that. See where the legs are? The legs they just sit into the grooves of this seat. When you're done with it, it just folds up. You can take this off, the legs off. I have no idea what that was. But you can take the legs off and you can fold it back up. So again, I double lined it with the bags. You can use this a few times. Now, before I say using it a few times and going into all of that, they suggest, and I think that it's a good idea, to have more than one portable toilet. So if we are in an indefinite grid down or power outage, have two of them. One for the pee and one for the poop. And then I'm going to take it further than what they suggest, and I'm going to say, put together an additional bucket, a smaller one, for if you have to puke, if you have to puke. Because if you do that, that can be as simple as having some grocery bags, those little grocery bags doubled up or tripled up. You puke and you can dispose of those right away. But you want to keep your pee and your poop separate because, well, for one, the smell, and for two, it's easier to dispose of one than the other. Okay, and why do I say that? I say that because, and I'm going to go back to my notes here. If you have the two, you use the one for pee and you use the one for poop. And you don't want to really mix them. And it's because of ecological sanitation, okay? You can get rid of the pee by pouring it out somewhere that, and in the yard, let's say. And it's not necessarily going to damage anything. But you cannot do the same thing with your poop. And so that's why it's easier to dispose of them if you do them separately. Okay? So you are going to for the poop, you're going to handle that a little bit differently. If you have sawdust, you can cover it with sawdust to keep the odor down. If you have sand, you can cover it with sand to keep the odor down. And the other thing, sawdust and sand, you never want to put those, and I have to say this, we're talking about for portable toilets, toilet use. We're not talking about using it in your home. So you never want to put sand or sawdust in your toilet. Never do that, okay? So we're talking about when we want to dispose of our waste in a portable or in a temporary situation. You don't want to use sand or sawdust in your toilet, ever, okay? So to keep the odor down in the portable, the temporary ones, well, it could be extended depending on the outage and if the grid completely goes down until you can have a better solution like an outhouse. This is, I say temporary, okay? But that's what I mean, okay? So you can use the sawdust and you can use the sand in order to keep the odor down, and that way you can use that toilet with the bags in it more than once. Otherwise you're going to be going through a lot of bags. Well, and then now I showed you one toilet, and I'm doing this because I put it down in front of me. So I showed you this one here that has the double bags, and again, you could use tape. I've got the what is it, the mailing tape, shipping tape here, but I would suggest duct tape. I have duct tape here. I just didn't want to go and hunt for it, so it wasn't close by. That was close by, so I just brought tape in so that you could see tape. So this is one way to have a toilet. Okay, you can purchase that. Another way that you could have a toilet, and I'm going to reach over, so pardon me for moving around like this, and I'm going to show you another way that you could do it. Another way that you could do it is to have noodles, the pool noodles. This one here is one of the ones that you can get at the hardware stores, and I think it's for piping. It's not as thick. Can you see that? It's not as thick as this is a pool noodle. This one here, I was able to pick up during the seasonal for summer at the dollar store. This one here, we picked up at Menards. Okay, so I think this one here is for piping, and this is a pool noodle. So you can choose whichever one you want. You just want to cut into them. I started this one, I didn't finish it. But you just cut into one side all the way down. And what you're going to do is you're going to place that, the cut side down, all the way around your bucket to form a seat. Okay, so now I have a 5-gallon bucket here, and you just want to use this as a seat cushion for you to sit on. Okay, oops, and I just spilled water. It's the sleeves, it's the sleeves, it's the sleeves. But that's okay, I love the bell sleeves. But now they're soaking wet because I have water on here. And I'll tell you why I have water. But before I talk to you about the water, let me say this. With the 5-gallon bucket, you can also purchase a seat. And I believe my husband purchased this one for the 5-gallon bucket. It is a toilet seat that has a lid to it. Okay, and it is made, can you see that? It is made specifically, can you see the grooves here? It is made specifically to sit on a 5-gallon bucket. So we have, let's see if I can do this. We have a toilet seat. It sits right on top of the bucket, and we have a toilet seat. And I will put in the description area how much both of these guys cost. Again, we bought both of these at Amazon, okay? So here is another option for a toilet. So we have the 5-gallon bucket and 2 types of toilet seats. One that you can purchase, and then we have the do-it-yourself ones. Now, the best case scenario is to have toilet paper for when you do when you do your business. The best scenario is to have toilet paper. I have some alternatives. Now, before I get to, I'm going to talk about the alternatives. But here are some other items that you want to have on hand in the event that power goes down, or grid, you know, the grid is down, power outages is set, and we need to do something with our poop, pee, and puke. So make sure you have some garbage bags. In most cases, you're going to double line them. For the puke situation, I don't know that I would waste the garbage bags. Again, I think I would use the smaller grocery bags and double those, you know, double or triple those, and dispose of those, you know, when you need to, because I don't see that you would want to reuse those over again. So anyhow, garbage bags, you choose what size you want to use. Grocery bags, you know, like the ones that we collect. We have too many of them as it is. Use them. Make sure you have water on hand, not in jugs or buckets or what have you. Make sure that you fill your tub up with water. Tub, whatever. Fill it up with water so that you can use that to flush at the beginning. Then you want to use it afterwards for sanitation purposes, okay? So make sure you have that. I also suggest that you have hand sanitizer handy as well, and that's what this is. So make sure that you have some hand sanitizer along with your water. Don't forget, I said it beforehand in joking, but in seriousness, you will need to have some safety gloves, okay? You will need to have some safety gloves. So have your safety gloves. If you have access to wipes, get yourself some wipes. This does double duty. So it goes a little bit beyond the toilet paper, of course. Now you've got something that you can actually clean with, okay? So you can clean with this, but this takes it a little bit further because it's got the moistness in it, so you can clean a little bit further, all right? So have that. Paper towels. It's always good to have paper towels on hand, okay? And you know why. I don't need to tell you that. And then I'm gonna get back to make sure you have extra soap, and I didn't bring soap out to show you, but you know what I'm talking about. So have some soap, have some bleach. I did bring the bleach. So have yourself some bleach because that'll help with sanitation as well, okay? And kills germs and the whole 9 yards. So have yourself some bleach. I wanted to show you a couple other things. If you don't have access to toilet paper, we get these circulars, and I try to keep some of them. And if you don't have toilet paper, guess what you can use? You can use these guys. Now you're saying, well, how in the heck can you use that? Because they get really, you know, they're hard and they're not soft like toilet paper is soft. So how would you do it? The trick is to crumple them. Crumple, crumple, crumple. How many of you, while I'm crumpling and softening the paper up here, how many of you are old enough to remember outhouses? Outhouses. How many of you have ever used an outhouse? Okay. Back in the day, you know, I can remember going out to an outhouse during the winter months here in Illinois, and going out in the cold to go potty. And it's not a pleasant experience at all. It is not. So I do remember those days, and every now and then I start thinking about the future, and I start thinking we're going back to that, and get used to it. Get used to it. So anyhow, I crumpled up the paper, and believe it or not, try it yourself at home. Try it at home yourself, and you will see it will actually soften up the paper. It does soften it up. So you can use this if you don't have toilet paper. You can use this. Let me blow my nose. Excuse me for a second. Okay, so I have allergies, which is crazy because I never had allergies until I was in my late 40s, early 50s. It's what they're doing to our environment. It has to be. Who just suddenly gets allergies as they reach their older years? Who does that? It's in our environment. It's whatever they're spraying, or it's our environment. I'm just going to blame it on that because I didn't have allergies before that. Another way that you can have toilet paper or wipes, and I thought that this was, let me show you one real quick before I take it out of the package. See this little disc? Watch what I do with it. I have this is what my sleeve went into, is a little bowl of water. Can you see that? I have a little bowl of water. And I'm going to take this disc. Now, I bought a package of these. I'm going to take this disc and I'm going to throw it in there. And you're going to see, you see it explode? Well, it didn't explode, but it expanded. That's the word, it expanded. So, I'm going to wring it out I'm going to put it back on the table and I'm going to squeeze it out real good. Okay, so I squeezed it out real good. And you see what it is? It is a towel. And you probably, some of you have already seen these before. It's pretty neat. Look at this. So all you need is water. If you have water on hand, you have this nice size, moist towel that you can use to clean with. And they come in these little compact discs. And what I did is, and I ordered this again, and I wish that at this point, Amazon, if you're listening, sponsor me. If you're listening, I'm sorry, I'm cleaning up my mess. I didn't realize I had that much of a mess over here, but I do. If you're listening, Amazon, we get a lot of our products from you. Sponsor us. Anyhow, this is the bag that I got. I ordered this on Amazon. Again, I will put all of the items that I'm talking about that we bought on at Amazon. I'll put it in the description. So this one was 100 pieces. So we get 100. We got 100 of these little discs in this bag, and it was fairly inexpensive. It wasn't that expensive, but you got a whole bag of. Put that back there. You have a whole bag. What did I do with the towel? Here it is. Here. You have a whole bag of towels that will expand with a little bit of water. So I talked about papers, circular paper that you could turn into toilet paper. I talked about the expanding towels, compressed towels. I think I covered just about everything. The only thing I did not cover is what to do once you've done your do in your temporary toilets and you've got bags. What do you do with it? And that's important because it says, and I'm going to read it for you. It says, before you toss your poop bags in your garbage for pickup, check with your local waste disposal service and get advice from them on the rules. You don't want to just dump it in the garbage and expect them to pick it up. Check with them first to see what the rules are and then follow those rules, okay? So you don't want to get in trouble. Okay, and don't compost your poop. That's just nasty. Stop it. Don't do that. It's unsafe. It's full of bacteria and crap. Got you again. Now it's a different thing for the pee. Like I said, you can dispose of the pee a lot different than you can the poop. And it's not as unsanitary, if you will, as the poop. Okay, it doesn't have the bacteria in it like the poop has. So if you've got yard space, you can get rid of your pee that way. I think I covered everything, but I'll tell you this: if you've had situations, I'm saying I tell you this, now I'm going to ask you something. If you have had situations where you didn't have electricity, power went out, and you could not flush your toilet, or there was an issue with the water or whatever, and you couldn't go to the bathroom like we have become accustomed to go to the bathroom, how did you handle it? What did you do? How did you make sure that it was sanitary every time that you did have to go? If you had children, were there special things that you did for the children? We are here, family, to help one another. So I would appreciate it, and I believe that the whole entire family would appreciate it if you've got some great ideas that I have not, because there's only so much that I can put in a video. I would be here all day and you'd be tired of me. So we help each other. So if I have not covered anything that you think is important, please add it to the comment section. We all read them. We love hearing from you. I might not get a chance to answer everything, but I love going through when I have time. My downtime, I'll get in the bed, and before I go to sleep at night, some of my downtime, I go through and I'll read through a lot of the comments. So, and I know other family members do too, because I see you guys commenting and I love you for it. So if I have missed anything, if there's something that you can add to this story that will help everyone in this family, do that. Please do that. Okay? Please do that. And I think I was going to say one more thing, and I forgot what it was. Let me think for a second. What was it? Oh, I know what it is. Has absolutely nothing to do with poop. Has absolutely nothing to do with pee. Has absolutely nothing to do with puke. I mentioned this in my live stream, but not everyone had an opportunity to watch the live stream. So I have on my paracord bracelet that my husband bought me. We discussed this before. It's, this is his way of showing that he loved me. We had so many people comment and compliment me on the bracelet that I told my husband about it. He got excited and he decided to make a couple of extra ones. And so what he did was he made a large one and a small one. And I'm going to give these two away. So if you would like to win either the small one or the large one. And the large one, we put this one together. He put this one together for a man. He put the smaller one together because it's more like mine for a woman. And if you would like to win one of these, let me know by sending me an email. Send me an email saying, I would love to have one of the bracelets, the paracord bracelets. And again, they're about 6 feet. And what he has done, my husband has done, is he has put together a little clip that shows you how I believe to take it apart, or maybe not to take it apart, but maybe how to adjust it so that it fits your wrist the best way. But he did, I haven't watched the clip yet. I haven't watched it, but he did a clip to help you. Okay, so if you want one of these, and I'm going to try my best to get him to make some more that I can give away. But until he does that, if you want one of these and you want to win it, send me an email that has your name, and of course I'll need your address. Don't put it in the comment section. Send me an email. Your name, your address, male, female. Let me know you're male or female so I'll know which one that it's going to go to. We're going to pick one for the men and one for the female, or for women, until we can get him to make us some more. So if you want to enter to win, send me an email with your information. Thank you so very much. And then the other thing I want to say is, if you're sending me gifts, you don't have to, you don't need to, but I appreciate them if you do. If you are sending me gifts, it would be very, very helpful to me so that I can tag you in a video. I would really love to know what your YouTube channel name is along with your name. That way I can tag you in the comment section or in the description area. I can tag you so that you get notification that I'm doing a shout out for you. So please remember to put in your channel name as well as your name. I really appreciate all that you guys are doing. I mean, again, I just appreciate you loving me and being part of the family. So you really don't need to send anything or, do anything. I will say this, you do need to do something. And that is continue to pray. Pray for me and pray for the rest of the family. That I will ask you for. Prayers. Pray for us. We just pray for each other. So that I will ask you for. I'm not saying not to send me anything because you have to do what's in your heart. I just want to tell you I love you all and I thank you. I hope that this was a little bit of fun. I hope so. I hope it was helpful and that you were able to take something away from it. If you feel that it's going to be helpful to other people, please do me a favor and share this video. My nose is running. It's allergies. Excuse me. Share this video with whoever you think may find it useful or helpful. Again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. To my new sub, I want to say thank you and welcome to the family. We are here to love on one another. We are here to share suggestions and information with one with the other, okay? We are here because we're going to encourage each other to make it to the other side together. We want to do this together. We're in this together. We want to go over together. And again, it's sad to say it, but it is the truth. Some of them are not coming with us. As sad as that is, it's their choice. We all have free will. They will argue with you till the stars fall from heaven on issues that have absolutely no importance as far as your soul salvation or their soul salvation, but they will argue and they're just contentious and they're divisive, and they're just not going to go with us. But we don't want that to go with us anyways, do we? We want love. Love, love, love. If you can love your neighbors, I'm good with you. If you can love yourself, I'm good with you. But not just yourself. You got to love others as well. And you got to love the Father. That's the key right there. If you love the Father, then you will keep his commandments as he says. And if you keep his commandments, you can't help but to love me and your brothers and your sisters. You can't help it. So I love you all, and we'll chat again another time. Shalom.